Hey everyone, I'm Fornesus, and I'm starting my stream. I think the connection should be okay. I haven't streamed in around a week, so it hasn't been too long, but I was having some connectivity issues with my company workstation for like a few days, so yeah, I wasn't sure if this would work or not. But it seems like it was probably just an issue with the actual computer itself rather than with my setup in general. But yeah, looks like I have a bit of extra cleanup that I should have done before. Otherwise, I'm good. Alright, perfect. Yeah, so hi everyone, I'm Fornesus. It is Disability Pride Month. It is also Independence Day here in the US. However, I don't know, there's been a lot of like, kind of, I guess you could call it like bullshit rulings by the Supreme Court of the United States. And if you didn't know that, yeah, if you didn't know, the Supreme Court of the United States is basically one of the, it's like the top level of the judicial branch. And so they get to interpret the laws basically however they please, which is also why a lot of people don't trust them anymore. And, some of the recent rulings that they've done personally affect me. For instance, I basically got a lot of like opportunities during my undergraduate years, as well as overall during my not just during my undergraduate years, but also like at the start of my like work career, my professional work career, which isn't in art, by the way. But yeah, I got a lot of those opportunities, partly because of things like affirmative action. So for me, it's kind of disheartening to see what they've done with regards to affirmative action. Even though the ruling specifically talks about race and I am Filipino American, it does impact me to a degree at least. And yeah, actually, the funny thing is that um there are a lot of Asian American groups including Filipino Americans, who tend to do better when affirmative action is actually present in things like admissions. To like different colleges, for instance. And so, even though I'm Asian American, I am somebody who has benefited from affirmative action in the past and would benefit um if if I did need to participate in, if I want to like go back to school, for instance. I would probably have benefit from affirmative action if it has stayed legal, and at the same time, um yeah, when it comes to my disabilities, for instance, that's also another way that I would benefit from affirmative action, and have benefited, at least at the start of my career. So yeah. So for me, it's like, okay, we have Independence Day today, but it's like, I mean, what kind of independence, I guess, do I get to celebrate? When people like me are kind of like losing our rights, since self determination is the way that we have independence as people. And so when we kind of like lose that ability to determine our own fates, that's kind of where like the problem lies. Because we no longer have agency on our bodies. We no longer have like the same type of agency when it comes to life in general. When it comes to like the way that we interact with society. Because now it's technically legal everywhere, even in California, even in states and jurisdictions that are notoriously queer and trans friendly. They are legally allowed now to discriminate against us. So for me, it's like, okay, what kind of freedom is that? And at the same time, American media seems to love propelling the idea that Asian Americans are basically this minority group that isn't like other minority groups. Basically, we're the model minority, but I mean, what they often do not state is that we have a lot of like inequality in the Asian American community, for instance, and at the same time, we face a lot of like hurdles in life in general. At least in the American context. That's not often stated, just because it's not really convenient to like the media stereotypes that they want to popularize and have, I guess, as the norm. But I mean, it's kind of the reality of being Asian American. Personally, I grew up being both like middle class and working class at different times of my life. And so, even though there's the stereotype that Filipinos in general and Asian Americans in general have, are supposed to be wealthy. Oh, yeah, I was about to say, are supposed to be wealthy. The problem is that it's not really, or like, it's not exactly. Whoa. Yeah, sorry about my mic. This happens sometimes. Um, but yeah, not all Asian Americans benefit from being Asian in the same way, basically. And like me, for instance, um, because I live in Texas, probably that's maybe part of why I experience this. But I often get people stereotyping me on a regular basis. Um, in terms of anti-Latino stereotypes, and so for me, I'm not really used to having that like quintessential Asian American experience, just because I've always been like stereotyped differently. Maybe when I'm in Asian spaces, I definitely feel like they know that I'm Asian for the most part. There may be cases here and there, but yeah, that's yeah, but I guess that's why I'm partly why I'm not exactly the most patriotic person. Um, in my mind, it's even if you're patriotic, I don't think you're a bad person for being patriotic and having some kind of sense of, I guess, love and pride in being an American. But we also need to understand that the rest of the world, they may or may not see us as this country as being such a good force. Um, because I'm Filipino. My parents were both born in the Philippines, and so I think for the most part they do love America, but at the same time, um, for me, like learning more about like Philippine history as well as American history, I kind of see and know now that there are definitely multiple sides to the story. Because I mean, the reason why the Philippines was an American colony for around 47 years is because America basically bought the Philippines from Spain, even though the Philippines were already independent. And actually, today is the, I think, 47th anniversary of the occupation of the Philippines. And so that's kind of what I celebrate when with regards to Independence Day. I celebrate that whole aspect of, I guess, that whole aspect of no longer being no longer being subject to an occupying force. Like that's what I celebrate with regards to, I guess, my people in that sense. At the same time, it is Disability Pride Month, and so yeah, and so I guess we kind of have to appreciate like some of the. Hello. Yeah, my mic loves to fail in the middle of the stream. But yeah, as I was saying, it is Disability Pride Month, and even though there is also a lot to do in terms of disability rights in general, and the way that people perceive disability in society, I guess we have to celebrate those wins as well. Yeah, that's the thing, though. We should also be celebrating disabled people having our self-determination, and normalizing that. Even though we may need help, a lot of us need help from our like neurotypical or able-bodied colleagues or family or friends. We should still remember that disabled people are people. We are people. We have our own agency. We should anyway, and we should also have our right to self-determination, and and how people should try to understand the fact that just because you're disabled doesn't mean that you're not human. I mean, I think that's kind of like the problem sometimes. Disabled people are either placed in some kind of pedestal or like doing something, you know, normal or normative sometimes. I used to experience that a lot at school until they realized that I was kind of far from being normal, like to the degree that I kind of like in class I would often be like the one who answered like all the questions because I knew all the answers. And so a lot of people just started to be like, "Oh, I hate him." Yeah, I think that's also why I tend to make like this artwork that's like really unique, because I'm also kind of used to feeling isolated and not being so like prideful about being different and being disabled. I for so long I wanted to be normative. I wanted to be somebody who people saw as like normal, And of course, there's all those sayings like normal is a drier setting, but at the same time, you know, there are a lot of things that I can't do because I'm not considered normal because I have, multiple disabilities. Like I'm physically disabled as well. I have, I have ADHD, I have CPTSD, and I'm autistic. So I basically have three like different experiences with disability that further quantify that general disabled experience, as at least as it's fits me personally. And then at the same time, being Filipino is different from being a lot of other Asian groups, Asian American groups, especially since at one point in Filipino history, we were an indigenous people who were occupied and colonized by the US. And so there's kind of like strange this kind of like strange feeling that I often get because I'm like, oh wow, my ancestors were actually literally directly occupied and colonized by this nation that I now call home. So it's a weird experience, and it also kind of like complicates, you know, how I see myself as an American, because that's how I'm always gonna see myself as an American person. That's also how like the rest of the world sees me as an American, even if it may not look or act or perceive things like most Americans do. I am ultimately American, even though I'm also a lot of these other identities and nationalities. I'm Filipino. I definitely qualify for Filipino citizenship, and I think one day I will get that citizenship as well, because you are allowed to be a dual Philippine and American citizen. But I digress. But yeah, I hope I'm. Yeah, hopefully, if there is anyone viewing the stream today, I hope I'm not like making it seem like I hate America, because I don't necessarily hate America at all. But I do hate a lot of the aspects of American culture that we're subject to. Not only in America, but I guess in terms of like our relations with other nations, including my parents' home nation. And about how like I guess the rest of the world is just supposed to accept that America did a lot of bad things to them, to their countries, for instance. Um, and I really don't like that sentiment that people should just move on, because moving on can't exactly happen without healing. That's how you get people lashing out and causing even more pain and suffering, even if, you know, the victims in those cases are normally not American. But yeah, at the same time, I you can definitely see what I have been doing. Um, yeah, I have, this story started like during Pride Month, but I began like focusing on materiality, materiality, kind of like as a almost as a way to contemplate and understand my own material reality. And so I've been making art, a lot of art, based off of the materials of my daily life, pretty much. Because that's kind of how I feel like I can heal as an artist. And also, like, I don't know, it makes me maybe a bit more attached to art, my artwork in that sense. In some sense, anyway. Like, a lot of people may not necessarily see this as art, just because they're used to seeing art as this really superficial concept. But my therapist recently told me that, art is supposed to be where people can express themselves. And so, she gave me the advice of making art that's true to me, rather than art that's supposed to look good to somebody else. And I've been taking that to heart recently. She told me that on Friday, and I started to like make all this artwork um after our session on Friday. Because you know art is ultimately a great tool for healing, a great tool to express yourself generally, and at the same time convey a message when it's necessary, or when it's relevant. But the thing is, of course, art is something that can always be relevant. Those feelings that you have right now, maybe feelings that somebody else has later on in life. Maybe that's also the other thing about art. Like, you can affect people even like 200, 300 years from now. Um, like, if you're fortunate enough for your artwork to be visible, to be still relevant and protected all those years. If somebody sees your artwork, I guess a few hundred years from now, they can still impact them. The good thing, I guess, about this age of information is that you basically don't have to be classically trained as an artist anymore. You for your art to impact other people. Like personally, I don't really have a high following at all on like social media or anything. But when I have like 15, when I have like 5, 10, 15, 20, or like 25 people liking my art videos, liking my liking those videos, either that or like commenting, saying positive stuff. It does make me feel good. I may not be one of those people who are like uber popular on social media, and there's a lot of people who don't really understand like my artwork or me in general. But I don't know, to me it just feels good that there are a lot of times in the day. Hello. Yeah, so what I was saying is that there are definitely times when I can actually make art that's impactful to me first off, and then maybe hopefully may also be impactful to others as well. Yeah, so yeah, with this in particular, I'm like, this is like a kind of sculptural piece that I'm trying to get kind of like on this canvas. And yeah, I mean, I guess I did kind of want to add like some some stuff on here. Like I did want to add some stuff on the canvas itself, which is this piece that it's sitting on top of. But at the same time, it feels like it tells enough of a story on its own to where I don't really need to do all of that anymore. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is add some more gesso. Gesso is the material that I've been playing with all stream long so far, and what's it called? Hold on. Like I have like gesso, and for some reason don't want to like type up stuff while there's like semi-wet gesso on my hands. But yeah, anyway, yeah, clear gesso is what I've been playing with all stream long, and so I'm probably going to pour some gesso on this canvas, and I probably need to buy like some more. Honestly, yeah, because that's what's good about clear gesso. You can oh, I say that a lot actually. I'm just like, that's what's good about this material. That's what's good about this concept. But yeah, you know, clear gesso is ideal for situations where you want to show off the material itself, or you know what's underneath. Normally I apply clear gesso on top of like an existing drawing, but because I want some of the focus to go on the materiality of the canvas itself, because that's part of what I want to accomplish on this painting, drawing, sculpture thing. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it unpainted, undrawn on, or whatever. Oh my god. I got some gesso on my batteries. That sucks. Okay, so it's time to clean up a little bit. Clearly. Yeah, I'm gonna reinforce a little bit of. I'm gonna reinforce the gesso. And then I'm gonna get like an alcohol wipe to clean up that mess that I unfortunately made on my battery. Because rechargeable batteries are kind of they're kind of expensive, so I don't want to have to spend like $12 for a pack of like 4 batteries just because I accidentally painted on it with like gesso. But yeah, I'm also playing around with the gesso marks. This is art painting after all. Like my artwork lately is really like, I like to think that it's multi-dimensional, but at the same time, it's not just like one thing, it's also something else. And I want that to sort of be part of the mystery. And like for instance, I'm definitely going to probably frame this piece And so, yeah, I wanted to look kind of neat, at least neat enough to be framed or be deserving of being framed. And even though it's not necessarily gonna be too many people, even though this like piece probably statistically it's not gonna be seen by that many people who aren't me. Um, I still want to make it look kind of pretty. Like that's how I tend to make art. I have like this urge to make it look pretty, even if being pretty isn't the main point of it. But yeah, I'm gonna wash off this brush and clean up my battery. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I can't believe my freaking here. Oh well, not really. Okay. My hands feel clean enough. I really should dry my hands a little more. But I completely forgot to turn off my the recording from my phone. From my phone. Did I do this weird thing where I record my phone and at the same time while I stream? Maybe that's not too weird. Not not in today's society, right? Okay, so I am going to take this art piece out and probably like turn on the ceiling fan so that I can kind of dry out. It's probably gonna take a long while before it fully gets dry, but yeah. But yeah, my bathroom is like on the other side of the house. It's still upstairs, but it's a good 20 to 25 feet away with, you know, several walls as an obstacle. So I always get surprised when my mic works over there, at least a little bit. But okay. So that's out there. Um my hands are clean, so I can touch this piece now. And at the same time, try to ponder what to do. And of course, thunder, uh, thunder, thunder shirt on my dock because you know fireworks. But yeah, here is a piece that I was working on yesterday. I sort of like started it. Well, wait, okay, that's a lie. I didn't start it yesterday or yesterday morning. Actually, technically started it on like Saturday night. Um, you know, I painted them on on Saturday night overnight, and then I decided to. Well, I painted them on like Saturday overnight, but yeah, how does this sound? Yeah, I think this is better. Um, maybe I can turn off this mic for a little bit because I don't feel like painting right now. And I'll just ooh, sorry about that noise. I'll just use this mic for now. But yeah, I started this you know, all of these elements, this, that, like medicine bottles, and just like medicine packaging. Since this Disability Pride Month for me, I wanted to make art that's kind of relevant to my disabilities. Of course, all my art is to a degree relevant in terms of capturing my experience as a disabled person. However, I think probably before this year, my motive for art was to have people like it. But now it's like, I guess I'm making a concerted effort to change that mindset and to start making art that's specifically for me, because even though other people may not understand it or value it as much as a nice realistic photorealistic drawing, I personally want to learn how to express myself with art. And I think this year is probably like the first time that I'm allowing myself to do that. Like, even though I have been expressive before in like past artworks, I never made artworks that are like this, that like do this, or do this. I've never really made like artwork that looks and acts and behaves differently, and can sort of like recontextualize anything. Of course, my problem though with this piece is that the canvas kind of warped, and so it's not like flat. So that's the problem I'm having with it. But I'm gonna try to find the solution, because it's I would say it's worth it. And even if I don't necessarily save that part of this piece, it's still an interesting experiment. I may not be able to hang it on the wall, but I will be able to appreciate it. That's something else that I in terms of my artwork, I've always had a hard time with, appreciating totally appreciating myself and my message. Because there's usually a clear message that's associated with like a piece that I make. But I don't necessarily always see my message as being worthwhile. I'm trying to change that in myself. Because like my therapist said, or told me, rather, I do have this kind of unique experience. I don't have like the regular experience of being racialized, nor do I have the regular or stereotyped experience of being disabled, nor do I have like the normal stereotyped experience of being queer and non-binary, basically being of the LGBTQIA plus community. And so yeah, I'm trying to honor myself in a way that isn't like self-aggrandizement. I'm just trying to live my life while, hopefully having a message that people can at least sort of resonate with. Yeah, and it might be, yeah. Sorry if I'm like boring right now, because that painting whole painting session that I just did, it was tiring. And I'm sort of sleep deprived because I basically like spent a lot of time being awake. Like yesterday, I probably slept a grand total of like 2 to 3 hours at the most. Whereas this morning I got like 6 hours of sleep, which is, I would say that's good. I'm hoping that I can get a little more tonight, even though I do have work. I'm gonna take it easy on myself and try not to wake up, too early. But yeah, I did want to stream because it is Disability Pride Month. I don't think a lot of people actually know that. But yeah, it is Disability Pride Month, July. And I am sleepy. I kind of like wanna. I kind of just like wanna sleep. But I also know that I can't, because if I do, then I'm gonna stay up for, I have no idea how long, but it's gonna be a while. Maybe I should walk and get like my other piece that I was working on. So yeah, I have these. I do have a few pieces. So I have this piece. I've actually been working on this one for like a few weeks now, probably. I kind of like stopped working on it for a little bit because I was trying to focus on the other piece that I ended up actually finishing. So I do have this piece. I think I actually named it prematurely and showed kind of like showed it off as a finished piece, and then I started to add more and more and more to it until it looks like this now. And then like I I sort of like realized that I can actually add something like this because I found like this random like drawing. And so now so now I am planning to add this. I think maybe that's what I'm gonna do for like the rest of the stream. Um yeah, because this one really is about like my personal consumption when it comes to food, and like sometimes like things like candy or whatever. Because I actually like take this like once a night, basically every night. Sometimes even like twice a day. Just because my asthma kind of makes it difficult to go to sleep. So I feel like I have to do this. Um yeah. I also feel like I should assemble this first. Reassemble it. And then like throw some gesso on it. 'Cause, I don't I feel like it might be a waste of white gesso to just completely cover all of this. Yeah, so maybe that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna reassemble this. Yeah, anyway. I also have this piece that I basically like worked on assembling last night. Although I already had like these other I had like the components. I was like working on them for a few days. Like this whole mask arrangement, this took me like a couple of nights actually. Like a few weeks ago. And so yeah, I was at first I wanted to put them in front of a canvas, but then I realized that it might it might actually look slightly better, or at least it couldn't hurt to place it, you know, on top of an unfinished um stretcher stretcher bar frame, which this is usually used for wrapping a canvas. But I wanna play around with material, and so I'm just like, okay, let's go this route. But yeah, this is something I arranged last night. Um, I personally actually like it. Some people, I think I tried to like show it to a few people, a few of my friends online. They don't seem to, at least they didn't react to it in like anyway. Maybe it's because it's like 4th of July and they're busy or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I personally like it, and that's what matters the most. Hello. But yeah, there's always gonna be artwork, I guess, that some people will like and some people just won't. And I'm still trying to get to a point where I'm okay with like liking my own work that other people can't see value in. Because of course, when it comes to artwork, it is supposed to be about like the message that I want to convey. And so a lot of times the message I want to convey is beyond like beyond what maybe beyond like what I can do with a canvas, just because of the limitations. And so that's why I started um working with different materials. And like playing around with them. And you know what? Like, I think I want to play around with this one using like my hand, my hand, my hands, whatever. Yeah, probably like come like 7. I'm gonna go downstairs and put on the thunder shirt for my dog. 'Cause she is definitely gonna. She's definitely gonna hear like the fireworks outside. Yeah, like last 4th of July, she was like kind of scared because there are these like random fireworks popping outside. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I guess something I have to do that isn't related to. It isn't like necessarily related to art. It's like more related to my job. I do have to let some colleagues know, you know, please respect my time boundaries. I have them for a reason. 'Cause, long story short, there are times when like they want to move like meetings to times when I've either previously stated um were off limits for me, or just like that random work stuff, like people not respecting your boundaries. And so, yeah, basically the boundary that I've realized I need to draw and define is, hey, I normally cannot make meetings like earlier than 10. Since you are not willing to reschedule, I am not gonna come in, even though I am somebody who is probably more or less important in the project. But I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes. You can't always have people really that's kind of just how it is when you have a disability. Not everyone understands you, and not everyone's willing to accommodate you, but you have to stand firm when you have like these accommodations that you need to have, because for me personally, I'm not willing to degrade like my performance at work just because you want to have a meeting at you know this time in the morning that's like inconvenient for literally everyone else. And at the same time, I think some people like they don't actually know that I am like part of like this. I actually like help manage like this group that they've been trying to get help from like the entire course of the project. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk to like a coworker who is. I'm probably just gonna like have a little chat with like a coworker who is also on the project and like knows what I do there, so that if they need anything for some reason from me, then I guess you know they can get that information. So I don't necessarily have to be in that meeting anyway, I think. And if I do, then I know they can move. I know they can move the meeting to a specific time. Because I literally requested for them to move it maybe a half hour to an hour, and they were like, no, that's not possible. And I'm like, how is that not possible? How is that not possible? Like, how is it not possible for you to move it from 10 to 11? So I know most people have their lunchtime at like 12. Even though I think you might be at Eastern time. You know, how is it not possible? Like, can you elaborate? Because we're not gonna do that anymore. I'm not gonna go to a meeting where, I mean, first off, it actually does overlap with another call that I have that, yeah, I basically always join. So I'm not gonna skip that just because of new arrangement. Because then I'll look bad on that side of the work, especially if I'm skipping it for a meeting that I don't necessarily have to be a part of. But anyway, that's just like work talk. Work talk. I'm doing my best to not like give any personal information away because I just don't want to. Under most circumstances, I probably wouldn't care too much about like who knows where I work, who knows my first and last name, but these are like crazy, unprecedented times. I get like a lot, way too much like hate, way too many like hate comments on Instagram and YouTube, and so for my own safety, I'm not gonna go ahead and just like disclose unnecessarily like where I work, for instance, what my name is. I'm willing to have people know me as Chris, but that's about it. And vice versa, I'm not willing to be like my full total self at work because I mean, first off, like why do I have to be um completely open and have my privacy invaded? No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, that's unfortunately like one of the things that they always tell us to do. Be our full total selves. But it's like is it safe? First off, is it safe for us to be full and totally like ourselves at work? I don't think so. And then secondly, it's like what are you gonna do to protect me if somebody doesn't like who I am fully and totally at work? And I have not gotten a sufficient answer. I'm willing to tell them that I'm non-binary. I'm willing to tell people that I'm Filipino. I'm willing to tell them, a lot of just like things with regards to identity and sometimes even interests. But you're not gonna hear like everything. Like no one will really hear everything. Um, I may not be guarded in terms of like being open about like my disabilities actually, or being open about my um other identities, but I am guarded with regards to like basically everything else unless I have to say like that I have an allergy, because I'm not about to go to lunch and die for some kind of like peanut stir fry that you want to eat for like unnecessarily. Yeah, I'm not about to do that. But yeah, here I am painting. I was sleepy. I think my sleepiness went away. Good. I see it as a good thing because I don't want to take a nap. Um, just like less than 8 hours before I'm planning to sleep. So yeah. However, I did kind of improve upon this piece, I guess, in many ways. 'Cause now you can actually see something contrasting. I might add like another element to contrast, like over here on this side that you cannot see on the camera. Wow, on this side. But yeah, now I'm gonna wash my hands again because oh wow, I forgot to record this part. That sucks. Seriously. Ugh, that's messed up. Oops. You can hear that. There's water from my sink. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna turn off my mic temporarily because I need to put um the thunder shirt on my dog. This is 7/16, I think. 7/17. I'll put this on BRB. Don't fall. Alright, to anyone who is watching, he's my dog. Kind of. Camera does not wanna cooperate. I am trying to put her thunder shirt on her, but she's too fat, I think. Don't fall. Iba, don't fall. Don't fall. Iba, don't do that. Alright. Maybe let's try a different way. Okay. Say, puppy. Say. Oh. Ah. See, this is what a good girl looks like. Okay, I thought I switched it. See, this is what a good girl looks like. She's in her thunder shirt. And she's half Chihuahua. Which is why she's perpetually angry. No. I thought you're supposed to be a good girl. Do you like pets? Here you have your little thunder shirt. You're supposed to be relaxed. Relax now. Maybe you are. That is right. She does sound like a motor. This is like my favorite hobby. Taking selfies with my dog. And then her favorite hobby is pushing me away. Because she does not, well, I mean, she likes being cradled. But otherwise she doesn't really like affection. She's more like a cat than a dog. I forgot like a bunch of people messaged me before I started the stream. Oops. Oh. Forgot about that noise. Camera does not wanna it does not wanna be balanced today. Yeah, I would chat since I would chat if like somebody tried to chat with me. I definitely would. Otherwise I'm gonna just like keep petting my dog. Her name is Kipa, by the way. I'm not really sure why I even streamed today. I guess because I'm off. So I just felt like, hey, why not do a random chill stream, random art stream, whatever. And yeah, now my dog is here because she wouldn't let me put on her undershirt when we were downstairs. This is her sort of punishment, but she's also really pampered. Like even even my parents tell me I baby her too much. But she's 17. Well, almost. Like literally like exactly in a month she's gonna be 17. Well, a day less than a month. So like I feel like she deserves to be pampered. If that's what needs to happen, that's what's gonna happen. I just need to like stop touching her accidentally touching her butt. She's a little heavy, and so I don't really know where like one limb starts and the other one doesn't. I mean ends. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, if we got New York, if we got they're like so high in terms of like latitude that they still have like sunlight right now. Just for us, we're like reaching sunset already. Like we usually like I usually get sleepy and pick her up to like get into bed around this time. Just because sunset happens around 8. Eh. I'm probably disturbing you too much, puppy. It always helps me relax. Why I bought her the thunder shirt. Well, that's not why. He gets anxious around fireworks, just like every dog. See, here's your thunder shirt. See? Okay. Alright, you can go downstairs now. yeah, sometimes I pick her up just so that he can get the exercise when she goes downstairs. 'Cause she bolts down the stairs. And also I need the exercise and to be able to like go downstairs, walk there and whatever. Alright, so what do I wanna do now? 'Cause yeah, happy Disability Pride Month. Also I kind of don't know what else to do. Because I feel like I've done quite a bit. I added this new element. When will I ever get used to the angles on this camera? But yeah, I added that element, and hopefully it'll hopefully it's a good addition by the time all of the gesso on it dries up. I mean, worst case scenario is that I have to add some black gesso to restore it, kind of. I don't think I have to do that. This looks pretty not bad. I would even say kind of good. Yeah, that's the perfect angle to show it off with. So yeah, I'm gonna place this on the flat surface so that the clear gesso can fully dry. And I think this is the last thing that I wanted to do in terms of having or like completing my works in progress, kind of completing anyway. I don't think most of those pieces that I've shown so far are actually complete, but yeah, I want like independence from my past art ideas so that I can move forward on new ones. But all of these assemblage art pieces, I think a lot of them have I think they all have something to do with my ADHD directly, and indirectly, their symbolism and significance is related to my disability experience in general. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll do the same exact thing that I just did with the other eyepiece, and yeah, probably I just like dump a bunch of gesso on the canvas, spread it out a little bit, and then finally yeah, just like finally paste this on top. Uh I do have to um take this off, this little piece. This is like a hidden piece that I wanted to add to it. So that's going on the side for now. But right now, let me turn on my other mics again. All right. Yeah, like I don't know about other people, but I do tend to like open stuff like this with my fingernails, but I recently cut my fingernails, so I'm probably gonna have to get like an X-Acto knife. So let me get that. Yeah, and this is another piece that I made like a little while ago. However, I probably cannot translate this into onto canvas in the same way that I can with these, just because this piece is like way too big. It is like, yeah, it's a little too big. And honestly, I don't even know if I can actually submit any of those other pieces to the county fair, because that's I guess part of the motivation for why I wanted to make new art in the first place, is to be able to send it over there. Because my county has this kind of like a large event. It's not like anywhere near as large as the Houston livestock livestock ah livestock show and rodeo. My mic just like does random stuff like that sometimes. But yeah, It's like nowhere near as big as like a giant rodeo, but I'm trying to get used to showing my art. Oh hey, hi Luca. I am all right. So I have been making artwork actually, and I've been trying to find like ways to actually make it more viable in terms of like hanging. And so what I'm gonna do is paste this piece that I've been working on. I actually started this one last year. I was just like experimenting, and my therapist recent. Let me move this. Yeah, so like my therapist actually told me that I should try to make art that's like unique to me. Thanks so much. Yeah, thanks Luca. Yeah, so like she told me to make art that's unique to me, and so I've been working on these like weird 3D pieces, kind of like using the things from my material reality. So I mean, by my material reality, I'm talking about my everyday objects that I use and consume and all of that stuff. So here it's like the different like this is from the lozenges that I tend to consume like every day basically. Um at the time I was using like these bandages because I fell on my knees, and so I had to use bandages every day. So these are actually from the coverings from those bandages. Um, you know, we all have cardboard boxes lying around, so I just used it. Used like an ink pen that I was painting, and actually this thing took me like probably a month to put together because I maybe not a month, no, or like 2 weeks. That's relatively long for me. Because I have ADHD, so I uh I can't really concentrate that well on like just one concept or project when it comes to art, especially as someone who also has a full-time job, just like most artists. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I worked on this probably around December last year or January this year, and so now I'm just like, okay, let me find a way to frame this thing and like finally finish it. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do. Let me turn off that microphone. I have, oh yeah, I have like two different mics that I tend to use. But this one lets me walk around or what have you. But yeah, what I'm gonna do now is glue this just glue this on top of this, and then wait for it to dry. And I think that's gonna be well, maybe that doesn't have to be it because I already worked on like a bunch of different stuff, I guess, throughout the stream so far. Oh, air dry clay. Oh, I'm glad to inspire anyone to make art. Um, yeah, I'm. Well, you know what? Thanks for that. Yeah, I am glad to help anyone find their creativity. You know, for me, it's like I guess as long as you have the art supplies, you can pretty much make art with like anything. Like I'm not like super conceptual, but I try to be a bit open minded when it comes to those things. However, I do know that materials are necessary, so I'm gonna get my brush. It's here in my studio because I stream from my office for the most part. Yeah, because um I used this brush a bit earlier, and so I leave my brushes in here to dry since my bathroom is like right next door. But yeah, now I'm gonna spread this around. Yeah, I'm just gonna spread it around and yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not someone who. Oh, it's 4 a.m. for you. Ah, that's good. 7 mushrooms. Oh wow. So what do you do? Is this for? Is this like professional? Is this for like a class, or is it kind of like me, just like something? Okay, I don't want to say hobby because you're a student. Oh, just for fun. Oh, that's good though. But yeah, it's 4 a.m. where you are. So I'm guessing Europe. I'm guessing you're in Europe somewhere, or at least somewhere around that somewhere around that longitude or Europe. Okay, okay, perfect. Well, I hope you've gotten some sleep. I mean, I know that school can be kind of tough on sleep. I I never I never got like enough sleep on a school night, and unfortunately, that kind of translates into my present working conditions sometimes. All right. The placement. That's This is what makes or breaks a piece, or can anyway. The good thing about this material is that it is clear gesso, like the gluey thing that I just painted all over the canvas, and so even if it gets like on this. Hello. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Um. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's good though. That's good. So were you finishing okay, so like did you just finish that class? Is that why you made those mushrooms? Okay, yeah, yeah, wait. You put that as your last project. So okay. Yeah, I mean that's a good thing though, you know. At least now you can relax and hopefully enjoy the summer. Um yeah, if you don't mind me asking, which nation are you at? Yeah, because I know in general Europe seems to be a pretty nice place during the summers. Here where I live, it's um terrible in the summer. But yeah, I mean, hopefully you can enjoy just being a student on break, on vacation. You know, at least now. Um, and I guess after you receive your marks and everything. Oh, Romania. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right next to Moldova and Ukraine and okay, what's the? I know Bulgaria. Um, I'm trying to think of like all the countries around Romania. Um, but yeah, okay, yeah, I definitely know where that is. Right on the. Are you like in the capital or near the Black Sea or? Because I know that Romania is kind of an interesting country, culturally and everything. Um, you guys speak a Latin language, and a lot of that is because the mountainous geography. Oop, yeah, I get like way too many notifications on my phone. But yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, so you know, yeah, after your studies are done, do you have any I guess plans or like what are you studying actually? Ah, yeah, the summer. Ah, it gets hot. The do not like. Let me take a look at what that is. Is that? Oh, you're talking about the river, right? Yeah, because whenever I hear like an American talk about the river, they say like Danube, and I have no idea what the proper pronunciation of the river is, but are you talking about the river? But yeah, oh yeah, I can imagine that it can get hot. Okay, okay, okay. I'm glad to clarify that. Yeah, here where I live, we're like, I'm literally like probably a few feet away from a pretty major river here. It's not as prominent or long as the yeah the Dunabai. Um, okay, so that's how you call it Dunabai. Yeah, it's this river near me is definitely nowhere near as long, but it is it is a kind of important river here in this area. Oh, you're studying to be a vet. Ah, okay. Yeah, I bet that's worth it. Yeah. Yeah, I had my dog earlier with me on the stream because I had to put her something called a thunder shirt on. For some reason, a lot of people started to get it, and so I got one. It's supposed to help with anxiety, and yeah. So I mean, I got it on her finally after like 15 or 20 minutes of trying, and yeah, she's downstairs now. I'm gonna let her sleep and relax because here in the U.S. it's the 4th of July, and so everybody likes to light up fireworks. Even if it's illegal here in my neighborhood, they will still like light up fireworks. And so if she's asleep and they have fireworks, it's not gonna be as big of a problem. But yeah, what made you want to be a vet? And yeah, let me. Oh, another dog. Oh, two dogs and three cats. Aw. Okay, so you're planning to give all of them away, or I mean not give give them away. Putting them up for adoption. And in the meantime, let me put this outside to dry off. Okay, I'm done with that tip. Never mind. I'm really disorganized sometimes. Oh, and looks like my music stopped. Let me get that going again. Ah, okay, so you can't. Ah, okay, so you're still trying to look for forever homes for the cats. Okay, and the two dogs are ah, yeah, yeah, they dogs are special. Yeah, I think in my culture, before the Spanish came in, we actually, or my ancestors, they actually used to honor dogs. Dogs were seen to be these they were seen to be their companions, basically their lifelong companions, and so yeah, and so there's a lot that maybe that's not the vibe I'm trying to go for. All right, but yeah, yeah. Apparently, my ancestors they used to give whenever like a dog would die, they were given like this huge funeral. It was basically like having a funeral for a human, basically. And so I mean, I found it like really interesting finding out that that was actually part of my culture. Because my parents they don't really like dogs that much. I mean, they like my dog because she's special and she's not 5 years old or you know a puppy. Well, she looks like a puppy, but she's 17 next month. So I'm preparing myself for what naturally happens, but it doesn't seem like it seems like we still have a lot of time left. But yeah, here's what I was working on earlier. Yeah, this is a really weird piece. I had to be fair and honest. I really had no idea as to like what I wanted to do with it for a while, and also I don't really know what you meant by wow. Like wow for my dog or because yeah, 17 is pretty old for a dog. I know not to take her for granted. And I also I get like really confused with like the direction on this camera when I have it up. Yeah, hopefully you can see it pretty well. Looks a little bright. Oh well, thank you for both. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, my yeah, she is older than both of my nephews. She preceded them by 2 years. But they treat her like a baby, and so do I. But I mean, she, to be fair and honest, she kind of sees me like her older brother instead of her, caretaker. Just because, I mean, I was a kid when we got her. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're always gonna be babies. They're always gonna be babies. Yeah, I would definitely get her right now, but she's a Chihuahua. Well, half Chihuahua. The other half is a Dachshund, and so yeah, apparently both of those breeds are like they're like the most aggressive dog breeds. So she is she's very aggressive. Um, yeah, she kind of barked earlier when I was when I had her with me. Yeah. This is the other piece. This, yeah, I may have to put this other one away. Before I show this one. This is I actually thought I finished this one, but I kept wanting to I keep wanting to add more to it. So yeah, this is what it looks like right now. Like, I guess on the side, like, I just added this white cardboard block today. Um, Probably a half hour ago on Steam. But yeah, this is what it looks like. On the ground, or you know, flat on the surface. And I'm almost certain I'm gonna find something else that I want to add to it. So I'm not yet gonna call it, you know, finished or done or anything like that. Yeah, and then let me see. Ooh, let me see this. I get kind of like nervous around my art sometimes. But some of it could be kind of fragile. But yeah, this is like, yeah, this one I kind of like, yeah, these are like two pieces that I worked on yesterday. Yeah, and I seem to have like an obsession with drinking tea. Well, maybe not quite an obsession. I mean, I'm Filipino, by the way. That's my ethnic background. But Filipinos sometimes drink tea. Sometimes they there seems to be a lot of Filipino people who drink coffee. So I'm kind of unique in drinking tea, but I I've always loved to drink tea. Let me fix my mic. All right, all right. My audio seems more stable now. But yeah, I tend to dump, not dump, more like maneuver like the liquids from the tea bags on top of, you know, some of these pieces. And in this case, for some reason, I was always also like working on this piece. Originally, it was supposed to just be like suspended artwork, kind of that kind of deal. Oh, thanks for following. Thanks for following, Luca. Yeah, I got I have to admit I got low-key surprised when the sound came out. Okay. Alright, well thanks so much, Luca. Yeah, thanks for joining. And yeah, you probably need to get your sleep. In that case, yes, you do. In that case, sleep well, have a good night. And morning, of course. Oh yeah, I hope you do too. Thanks so much, Luca. It was definitely a pleasure meeting you. Bye. All right. All right. So now I have I have assembled a bunch of different art art pieces projects, and yeah, okay. And I have been streaming for almost 3 hours now. Well, 2.5 hours. Yeah, I think I can call it. Um, yeah, I have to check on my dog anyway. Um, he, I have to make sure she's asleep so that she won't like run around or whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot people park here. They literally park. Yeah, they like literally park behind us, like near our house, and like kind of like camp out because um the big fireworks show here in my city. You can see it from my one north facing window. I guess maybe I can watch. I'm like not super patriotic at all, especially in light of like the Supreme Court and just like bad things happening to in terms of like queerphobia and racism in general in this country. But you know what? I can appreciate fireworks. I do appreciate fireworks. I just have to make sure my dog is okay. All right. In that case, let me end the stream. To everyone else or anyone else who had been watching or is currently watching, thanks so much for watching. And on that note, take care and have a great rest of your night, day, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever. All right. Goodbye.